Joining us now via Skype is the Governor of the Omaheke region, Pio Nganate, to talk about the implementation of the state of emergency regulations there. Good evening, Mr. Nganate, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, Namibia.
Firstly, how are you dealing with the state of emergency? Are the residents adhering to the regulations, and what are some of the challenges being experienced in your region?
Yeah, the state of emergency is calling for coordinated efforts, for teamwork, for all sectors to come on board. It is calling for a notion of there is no them and us, but it's all of us into this. So all sectors are working together very well. The government ministries, the police, the community, we are trying to pull in the same direction. We are further also embarking upon education, especially on social distancing. And we are also trying to revive the Omaheke radio so that we could reach the broader Omaheke residents through the Omaheke radio. And then we actually ended into negotiations with the Director General of the NBC.
I understand that
Trying to receive the blessing of infrastructure.
now we understand that the informal traders were closed and some are still due to the state of emergency regulations. How are they actually coping in the absence of an income and the fact that the region is also being hit by a persistent drought?
Yeah, unlike with the other regions where you have informal settlements or settlers or businesses dealing with fruits and veggies, most of our informal sector is dealing in kapana selling and food stuff. And some of them are selling items like belts, like sunglasses and caps. And all these people have been closed down, and it's affecting them because this is their livelihood. And we do not know what the effect will be after COVID-19. So they are hard hit. And also the farming community, because auction crowds have run empty now, and not everyone is actually selling so many cattle as before.
You just mentioned now that they are being hard hit. Now, what has your office done and is still doing to ensure the assistance, especially food, to those that need it the most?
Foodstuffs are being given door to door to those communities, the vulnerable ones that have been affected by the unemployment status and the loss of income. And what is very commendable is that our farmers, communal farmers, have embarked on supplying dairy products that they have in surplus to the town of Kobawes via the office of the governor that we are giving out. And also things like fruits and veggies are coming from farms in good supply. And this is commendable because it comes from communal farmers, and it's like everyone have realized the notion of Ubuntu, that I am because you are, and that caring is sharing. So this is something good that have been born from the COVID-19.
So everyone is lending a helping hand in actual fact?
Everyone is lending a helping hand. By Thursday, I'll be receiving donations in foodstuff, mostly from small traders and small farmers. And after that, I'll be calling upon the business community, our banks, our fruit retailers, so that they also come on board, because there is no time of standing aside and being spectators.
Just very briefly, and my final question actually, proper sanitation or hygiene and water is key in preventing the further spread of COVID-19. Has the region, or how has the region actually addressed this issue, given the fact that you talked about persistent drought earlier on?
Yeah, the drought so far, we have good rains all over Omaheke that we cannot actually deny. We must be thankful to God that grass is all over the place, although we still have farmers who are farming along corridors. But in the question of sanitation, when we were confronted by hepatitis E, the local authorities have started in supply of water to communities without water. And now with COVID-19, we have opened all the taps. Everyone is having access to water. We are also working hard to supply water in communal areas through the Ministry of Rural Water Supply. So the agency is being realized. The challenges that we are having are, for example, the trucks, the number of trucks that are coming through the Beta Post border there are many, and we don't have a facility like a transport. So this could pose a danger when it comes to infection in future. We have also realized that we do not have ventilators, and our ambulances are not equipped with ventilators. Those are some of the challenges, but we
Yes.
are working around the clock to solve them.
Mr. Nganate, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Surya. Thank you very much, Namibia, for listening to me.
And that was the Omaheke Regional Governor Pio Nganate talking to us about how they're dealing with the state of emergency situation there.